And hello, all my fellow nerds out there. This is Doki Richie, and welcome back once again to DLC Blue Skies. I got no time for an intro today, so, sir? Huh? Oh, Richie, what a nice surprise. What's up? Are you doing anything right now? Technically, no. This is like the one day this week I don't have meetings. Meetings, taxes, and more meetings. The world sure is a joy. Yeah, I can imagine. Isn't university fun, though? It is, right up until finals. Anyway, I was about to head out, but if you want to talk, then let's talk. Oh, are you sure? I just had a couple questions about the homework. Yes, I'm sure. I don't have anywhere to be. Here, take a seat. Hmm. Sakurai pulls a chair out to his desk, motioning me for to sit in it. Okay, so I know overproduction was one of the causes of the stock market crash. What was the other one? Let me ask you that question with a question. Have you been taking notes at all? I know you're supposed to be honest with teachers, but how exactly do I tell them you tell them you haven't been taking notes? Your silence speaks volumes, Richie. I begin to sink down in my seat. Sakurai chuckles. Don't worry, Richie. I know how boring taking notes is. I was in high school once too, you know. Of course, if you develop a habit of not taking notes, you'll be like me and barely end up graduating on time. You almost failed? Are you kidding me? I was almost failing my entire third year. I, I finally learned how to take good notes in university, and that was a hard way though. That was the hard way though. Trust me, it's better to learn now than to learn in the real world. Do you want me to slow down a bit? Will that help? What? No, the pace is perfectly fine. I'm just a bit lazy. I can relate to that too much. Another shared laugh. Now, to finally answer your question, the main reason the stock market crashed was overproduction and installment buying. That's like credit cards, yeah? Precisely. Anyway, stock market crashed on October 29th, 1929, also known as. And that's pretty much why the 1930s were such an unstable decade. I mean, at least we had pretty cool cartoons back then, right? Does that all make sense? Yeah, it does. Thank you, sir. The clarity is much appreciated. Oh, good. I'm always happy to help students, especially when they take the initiative to see me after lessons. It happens less than you think. Anyway, I've got to get going. See you tomorrow. Have a good day, sir. With that, I take my bag and head for the literature club. I know Natsuki is probably going to be mad at me for that I'm late, but I'd say it's worth it. I'm starting to really like Sakurai. He's the first teacher I've ever really connected with. I like the guy, and it seems like he likes me too. At least I hope so. Opening the door to the literature club, I see Yuri, Sari, and Monica in the front of the room. This kid isn't anywhere to be seen, though. Hey, guys. Hi, Richie. Hey, Richie. You're a bit late today. Something come up? Oh, yeah, Ugh, there you are. Where were you? Natsuki's suddenly interjection startles me. Jeez, where did you come from? A closet, duh. Where did you come from? I was just talking to a teacher. About? Homework. Natsuki's eyes me suspiciously. What's that look for? You know what it's for. No, I don't. Natsuki shakes her head and walks back to the closet. Hey, I'm serious. Uh-huh, sure. Where exactly do you think I'd come from then, huh? Well, I think that. Uh-oh. I rush over to the closet trying to figure out the source of the crash. To my surprise, I see ceramic pieces shattered all over the floor. Is that. What was that noise? Monica calls from the other side of the room. It was Yuri's tea set. Just as the girls rush over to the closet. Monica and Sari both look nervous, and Yuri. I'm not really sure how to describe her face. She looks absolutely devastated, yet seems to be about 3 seconds away from murdering Natsuki. I can I can see that I can see fist tightening every passing second. Oh no, we're gonna have another fight. Please no more fights, man. Yuri, I'm. Natsuki averts her eyes. It was an honest accident. I'm sure it was. There's there's a sort of restraint quality in Yuri's voice. like she's holding something back. That tea set costs 6,800 yen. Yuri pauses, and I almost hear her grinding her teeth. And if you don't mind, I'd like you to pay for it. Are you kidding me? I don't have that kind of money. Well, then you should have been more careful. Yuri has a fire in her eyes now, comparatively only to the argument on my second day in the club. Natsuki doesn't look like she's backing down, though. This is gonna get ugly. Hey, I said I was sorry. If I remember correctly, you said it was an honest accident. There was no mention of an apology. Fine then, I'm sorry. There, you happy? Yuri scoffs. Just what I'd expect from someone as egotistical and narrow-minded as you. It's never your fault, is it? It's always the other person who's at fault. It's their wrongdoings, not yours. It was an honest mistake. I said that, didn't I? Or were you not listening? Natsuki clenches her fist, and Yuri's stare becomes even more icy. They're really going at it, aren't they? The last time I interjected an argument was the festival. So I think it's best if I step this one out. Was I not listening? My goodness, your self-centered arrogance knows no bounds. All I asked was for an apology, for you to repay me for the tea set. And yet you treat me like this for simply asking for reparations. Face it, you're a spoiled, egotistical brat. I don't have 7,000 yen. Why am I the bad guy for not being rich? Excuse me if my parents aren't rich. Fire in Yuri's eyes dim slightly, then Natsuki mentions her parents. She shrugs it off, and Fire erupts again, more intense than before. Why is it so hard for you to apologize? Even when you're blatantly at fault, you still struggle to admit it. Instead, you throw the blame onto others because you're too immature to apologize like a normal human. I'm immature? I wasn't the one who started the whole argument just because Richie didn't like my poetry. Looks like we've come full circle. Great. You're still hung up on that? My goodness, you're insecure about your poetry. Shut the hell up! Stop! Sari's sudden interjection startles everyone in the room. Come on, guys, please. You guys are arguing is what's tearing this club apart. I hate it when we fight. I love you guys, and seeing this just... Sari begins to tear up. Can we please stop? Yuri, I know you're mad at that Natsuki broke your tea set. And Natsuki, I know you're mad at Yuri, that Yuri is mad. But why do we always have to argue with each other? We're friends. Why can't we act like it? Natsuki and Yuri look at the ground ashamed. Sari sits still, trying fruitlessly to suppress her tears. Monica walks up behind her and places a reassuring hand on her shoulder. After what seems like an eternity, Natsuki finally speaks. Yuri, I'm sorry. I am, really. It's just... Money's kind of a sensitive topic. Yuri looks up, meeting Natsuki's gaze. I understand. Perhaps we could divide the cost 50-50? You're willing to do that? Yuri nods. Yeah, 50-50 sounds good. I'm, sorry for being mean. I didn't mean it. I must apologize as well. I lost my temper and lashed out at you. I hope you can forgive me. You're forgiven, Yuri. As are you, Natsuki. See? This is so much better. I'm glad you guys can work things out. It makes me happy. Sayori grabs Yuri and Natsuki, pulling them into a tight group hug. That's enough, Sayori. Natsuki pulls away from the group, rubbing her neck. Jeez, you almost choked me to death. Yikes. Very, very brutal reference there. Sorry. I guess I got a bit carried away. There's no need to apologize, Sayori. Your heart was in the right place, and that's what matters. I can't help but smile to brace myself at how quickly that fight was broken up. At first glance, you'd think the apologies were insincere, but nah, the way I see it, while Yuri and Natsuki butt heads every now and again, I don't really think there's any real ill will between them. Yeah, in the heat of the moment, stuff gets said, stuff that makes the hostility seem more exaggerated than it actually is. But if my time with Natsuki has taught me anything, yeah, she can be intimidating, but she can also be all bark and not so much bite. Anyway, with people like Sayori around, you can always rest easy knowing that any fight will be quickly dealt with. Either way, the club is at its best when it's just us having fun like the Halloween party. Seeing everyone getting along puts a smile on my face. Alright, someone needs to clean this up. Richie, you do it. Why me? Because I don't want to do it. The girls share a chuckle. I, I really don't feel like arguing, especially after all that. Fine. I was joking, Richie. I can do it. Nah, it's alright, But Natsuki reaches into the closet and pulls out a broom. I'm doing it. Right then. Go right ahead. Natsuki begins cleaning up the tea set while the rest of the girls go back to your usual business. Guess I'll read for a bit. What else is there to do? Okay, well, that started off pretty intense immediately. Pretty intense way to kick off the episode. Well, that just about wraps things up, doesn't it? Good meeting today, guys. I saw a lot of good discussion. I'll see everyone on Monday. Enjoy the weekend. With that, the girls and I begin to pack up. Natsuki and I had decided to make walking home together a routine thing. It's nice spending just a bit more time with her, but I can't help thinking about what Sayori said back in September about all this. I forgot how I had answered her, to be honest. But regardless, if I was keeping my word or not, Natsuki and I were walking home together. Hey, can you hurry up? Hold on, I'm almost done. Ugh, how hard is it to pack up your stuff? Harder than you think. So then why did I finish before you, huh? You're first year, you can't talk. Natsuki jabs me in the arm. I expected as much. I've learned that if you make a joke about Natsuki's height, age, or manga taste, you're getting smacked in some way or another. Of course, I prefer it when it's used in a joking manner. Ow! You deserved it. Did I though? Natsuki rolls her eyes at me. You're an idiot. Yeah. I finally finished packing up and joined Natsuki at the door. See ya! Natsuki waves at the girls. I do the same. Bye, guys! Yuri and Sayori wave in silence. I noticed a sort of sad smile on Sayori's face. The smile ingrains itself in my brain, and Natsuki and I start for her house. Did she want to walk home with me? Is that it? If so, then I just ditched her. Great, now I feel bad. Oh. Why didn't she say anything? Was she just too shy, or she maybe didn't want to hurt Natsuki's feelings? Why a lot of things? Hey, you good? Natsuki's finger snaps me out of my snaps in front of my face. Huh? Oh, yeah, sorry. Natsuki eyes me suspiciously. I was just thinking about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, we've been trying to hang out more, like we used to. So, you know. Yeah, sure. Huh? Is this frustration written over her face? Was it because I mentioned hanging out with Sayori? Yeah, probably. Oh, I have an idea. She'll love this. Hey, Natsuki. What? You want to hang out at the library? Depends. On? Suddenly, Natsuki stops dead in her tracks. We're right near her house. I wonder what's got her attention. There's nothing out of the ordinary from what I see. There's a car in her driveway, but that's it. Yeah, let's go to the library. Natsuki makes a 180 and begins walking the opposite direction. I trail behind her. I would question her further, but she seems irritated or something. Pushing Natsuki never ends well. Do you have that volume of Red Autumn? Ah, crap. Sorry, it totally slipped my mind. They'll have it at the library, I'm sure. Yeah, but the library copies are all torn up and worn. Yours aren't. Well, I take care of my manga, unlike these low-life savages. You could say that again. If the first novel in a series is always most worn, because people who've never handled manga in their life will take it out trying to get into it. And then they'll read it left to right. Amateurs. Tisk tisk. Natsuki and I can't help but laugh. Here we are. Let's get inside already, I'm freezing. It's not that cold. Says the guy in a full-on winter jacket. This is a very comfortable jacket, I will have you know. And yes, it's very well insulated. As we walk into the library, we pass a bunch of vending machines. One machine in particular catches my eye. Ooh, coffee. The nectar of the gods. But as you guys may know, I don't like coffee. It's not my usual choice. I could go for something right about now. Coffee? Well, at least you don't drink tea. What's wrong with coffee? Yeah, it's too bland. You need to add like a million different things to make it taste good. I prefer hot chocolate. Ah, respectable choice. Hot chocolate is good, but I like the caffeine. And yeah, black coffee is disgusting. People who drink it are probably psychopaths. Natsuki laughs. That seems about right. Here, I'll get us a table. You can go get your coffee. Natsuki walks off, leaving me alone at the machines. What to get? Coffee sounds good right about now. The machine is being slower than usual, so Natsuki manages to find a seat and come back before I even have a coffee. We're right over there. Natsuki points to the table at the other end of the room. Got it. Coffee in hand, I walk over to the table and plop my stuff down. Natsuki joins me shortly thereafter. What kind of coffee did you get? French vanilla with cream and sugar. You know, the usual. What kind of coffee do you drink? I'm a fan of caramel, to be honest. Caramel? Like coffee with caramel sauce or caramel flavored coffee? What's the difference? I just said the difference. Yeah, whatever. It tastes the same anyway. Well, there's probably a slight difference. Can it, Mr. Coffee Expert? Fine, I'm just saying. Natsuki rolls her eyes. You're about 2 seconds away from getting smacked. Oh yeah? Let's see then, shorty. Shut up. I laugh, but Natsuki doesn't. Oh, I may have struck a nerve there. I probably should apologize. Alright, that was a bit far on my part. My bad. Natsuki's death glare tones down a bit, but she still seems agitated. Are you really that self-conscious about your height? Natsuki averts her eyes, staring down at the window at the falling snow. The stillness of the library only works to make the air even more tense. After what seems like an eternity, she sighs and turns back to me. Her gaze shifts to the ground, still not meeting mine. Yeah. It's like... She shakes her head. I don't know. I don't know why I'm self-conscious, or why I should be. But I am. I'm only a first year, but I'm still one of the smallest girls in the school. It's... Once again, she turns to look at the window. Ugh, you wouldn't understand. Sorry. I do get where you're coming from, though. Well, if it's any consolation, anyone who thinks less of you because of your size is a complete idiot. You're a great person, Natsuki. You're a great poet and an even better cook. How tall you are doesn't change any of that. She turns around, looking me in the eyes. Do you really mean that? Of course I do. You know why? Why? Because it's the truth. That's why. Once again, Natsuki averts her gaze. She has the facial expression that I can't quite make out the meaning of. We both sip our respective drinks in silence. Suddenly, I have an idea. Yo, Natsuki. Yeah? Can I see your hot chocolate for a second? She raises an eyebrow as she tightens her grip on the cup. Why exactly? I have an idea, trust me. Reluctantly, Natsuki slides her hot chocolate across the table. I take the cap off and begin to pouring in my coffee. Hey, what are you doing? Natsuki snatches the cup back, causing me to spill some of the coffee on the table. What the heck was that for? Try it. I motion to her cup. Reluctantly, she slowly raises the cup to her lips and takes a sip. Her eyes quickly widen. Holy crap! Is it good? She hands me the cup and I take a swig. Wow, this is actually much better than I thought it'd be. I'm a genius. Wait, is that actually a thing? Like hot chocolate flavored coffee? Coffee flavored hot chocolate? Please, if anybody can tell me that's a thing, please tell me if that's a thing. I might give it a... It might make me actually like coffee. I doubt you're the first person to combine coffee with hot chocolate. Hey, you never know. Natsuki rolls her eyes, taking back her cup. Hey! Excuse me, this is my drink. I'm not sharing. Come on, please, please. Natsuki nods her head. Go on, get your own drink. I have my own drink. Then why do you want mine? Yours is hot chocolate. So you admit hot chocolate is better than coffee? Crap. I told you so. Yeah, yeah, keep rubbing it in. I will, thank you. All that sugar is going to your head, isn't it? God, you sound like my dad. You must drink hot chocolate often then. Yeah, I wish. My dad is a stickler about food. It's so annoying. My dad's the same way. At least he was. Oh. I'm sorry, I guess. Huh? Oh, no, no, it's not that. He's not dead. My parents are divorced, that's all. Oh, okay. That's why mom is never home. She's always out on business trips nowadays. I pretty much live by myself. Lucky, I'd kill to live alone. It's not as glamorous as it seems. It's actually pretty lonely. Yeah, you said something about the back before the festival. Is that why? Pretty much. I've always been sort of a loner. It's not that I am not a social person. It's just that I never really felt like making friends. Yeah, I understand. Siri was like my only childhood friend, and even then we drifted apart. Joining the literature club was actually a pretty big step for me. Didn't Siri like drag you to the club or something? Nah, I joined willingly. Yeah, I get to hang out with you, so I'd say it was worth it. Natsuki's cheeks suddenly turn a bright color red. I, you, yeah, sure, whatever. You're really nice. Thanks, I try. Thank you for that. No need to thank me. Really, it's my pleasure. Before I forget, what was up with Yuri's tea set? That? Ugh, don't remind me. That was an honest accident, but she just overreacted, like she always does. Well, not always, actually. Now that I think about it, what are you saying exactly? I don't know, I was just thinking about it. And I realized that Yuri and I really started to not like each other around the same time when you joined. Yeah, I noticed that too. What, you knew Yuri before the club? Oh, no, not that. I was saying I noticed that you two started fighting when I joined the club. Yeah, I never understood Yuri. She's always been kinda arrogant, especially about literature. It's always annoyed me, but I never brought it up. Except for that one time, but that's just because she ticked me off. I don't just I don't like just going up to people and saying stuff like that. I only do it when they make me mad? Yeah, I've noticed that about you. Although I'm still curious why Yuri acted different after I joined. I talked to Sayori and she said she hasn't noticed it. She noticed it too. Yeah, she probably has a crush on you. Wait, really? You think? I mean, probably. Why, do you have a crush on her? Hmm. No, not really. I do have a crush, but it's not her. She's nice and all, but just not my type. So you do have a crush. Who is it? Better not say. Fine. Keep your secrets. We'll find out eventually. Uh-huh. Sure. The conversation trails off, and Natsuki and I go back to our respective novels. It's pretty dark outside. I look outside the window. It's staring at the glowing moon. Ooh, wait, they actually have the moon outside the window. That's so cool. Yeah, it is. Jeez, it's only 6. That's winter for you. That's Fimble winter for you. Mm-hmm. I'll be heading out now. Are we making more bentos this Sunday? Yeah, definitely. Sounds good. I'll see you then, Natsuki. See you, Richie. We have goodbye and head off to our respective homes. It was a pretty nice moment. I really liked it. It was nice. Ugh, my head. Ugh, I do not feel good today. It feels like there's someone pounding in the inside of my skull with a hammer. Not only that, but I'm covered in sweat. My nose is clogged up to no end. Oh, dude. You have no idea how awful that feels. Like, but okay, for any of you who don't know, I've actually had to live with post-nasal drip my entire life. I still have it, by the way. It sucks, and I've just been trying to get rid of it for the past, like, I don't know, like, what, 18 years? It's so annoying. I really should call Natsuki and cancel for today. I'm in no shape to go out. You've got to be kidding me. Ugh. Reluctantly, I drag myself out of bed and walk to the door. As soon as I open, I see Natsuki's facial expressions change. Oh, jeez. What's up with you? I'm sick, if you couldn't tell. My voice is extremely raspy. It sounds like I've been smoking for 20 years. You should... I sneeze and interrupts me, causing Natsuki to step back. You should probably just head home. I'm in no condition to go shopping for stuff. Sorry. You... She quivers her lip and averts her gaze. I feel terrible for canceling, but I'm really not feeling good at all, which sucks big time. Well, maybe I could go out shopping and bring stuff back so we could make bentos. I don't know, Nat. Are you sure you'd be alright with that? I might just get you sick. It's fine, I don't care. Ow. God, I can't even focus with this headache. If you want to, then I won't stop you. There's some money in my coat pocket. Would you mind getting me some headache medicine? I'm sure that I'm all out. I'm pretty sure that I'm all out. Yeah, sure. Alright, I'm going back upstairs. I watch as Natsuki fishes through my coat closet as I walk back up to my room. Actually, better idea, I'm gonna take a shower. I'll be back soon. Bye. My voice finally gave out, so my goodbye was barely audible. Oh, this is our bathroom? Damn. This is pretty small for a bathroom, honestly. With a silent sigh, I take off my clothes and turn on the shower. Ah, much better. I read somewhere that soaking in a bath also helps with headaches. While I doubt there's science behind that claim, I'm sure that the placebo effect will make me feel a bit better. As the bath runs, my mind turns to the person who's been dominating my thoughts for a long time now. I feel incredibly grateful how lucky I am to be on good terms with her. Talking to Natsuki is hard in itself. She's always a very closed-off person in most situations. Around Natsuki, you have to choose your words carefully, because if you say the wrong thing, she'll get mad at you. Normally, that annoys the crap out of me. I've dealt with a couple of people like her before, and I always felt like it was a chore to try and be their friend. Not with her, though. I think she's worth the effort. Well, that at least the bath looks ready. The water is pretty hot, so I ease into it relatively slowly. Once I'm completely in, I sink down in the tub, letting my headache slowly fade away. Before I know it, I'm out cold. Huh? What was that? Richie, I'm back. Oh, of course. Either I was out for a while or Natsuki is a really fast shopper. I attempt to respond, but my voice is so shot, so nothing comes out. I guess that means I gotta go down and greet her. Oh well, it's time for me to get out anyway. Water's lukewarm now, and my fingers are pruny. I rise out of the tub and begin draining the water to dry myself off. Luckily, I left my clothes on the bathroom floor, so I don't have to walk into my room naked. Suddenly, I hear footsteps coming up the stairs. Richie? Natsuki sounds like she's right outside the door. 1 second. Jeez, you sound horrible. I got your medicine. You better take it. With that, I hear Natsuki walk downstairs, presumably towards the kitchen. As I walk into the kitchen, I notice a few shopping bags resting on the counter. Of course, the medicine. Natsuki is over by the stove, placing a pot in the heater. Here, I'm gonna make you lunch, since I don't want you coughing all over the bentos. Go sit down or something. I got this. I give Natsuki a meager thumbs up. Oh, yeah, and your medicine's in the bag. Take it with some water or something. I nod as I dig through the bag of groceries in search of my medication. Eventually, I find it, and to my dismay, it's liquid sore throat medicine. You know, the kind of tastes absolutely terrible. I considered whether or not I should throw it away and just live with being virtually mute for like a week. Ah, screw it. In one swift motion, I poured a serving size down it and down it as fast as possible. It tastes horrible. I need water fast. I rushed over to the counter to pull out a glass, quickly filling it up with drink and drinking it. That bad? I can only nod. Natsuki rolls her eyes and goes back to cooking. Once I rid my mouth of the taste, as much as I can, I go to the living room and lay down on the couch. Ouch! Looks like my headache came back. Ugh. Here, take this. What is it? It's water, duh. Oh, thanks. I set up, gratefully take the cup from her, and watch as she saunters back to the kitchen. Ah, that's better. With a conscious sigh, I flop back down into the couch and reach for a manga novel lying on the coffee table nearby. About 15 minutes pass before Natsuki comes back into the living room. She's carrying two bowls and spoons, which she sets down on the table. Here, I made us some miso soup for lunch. I think it'll help with your throat. Thanks. I'm gonna get some more water. Before I can stand up, Natsuki snatches the cup out of my hands. I can do it. Alright then. Wasting no time, I dig into the soup. That hits the spot. Natsuki returns to the full glass, which I immediately take a large swig from. Is your throat that bad? Yeah, it hurts. I can tell. You sound like an old man. I jokingly elbow Natsuki. Hey! What? You do it to me all the time. Shut up. I can't help but laugh. So, we're not making bentos, right? Not today, no. Natsuki averts her gaze. She has some sort of melancholic expression on her face. Yeah, sorry about that. I know how much you enjoy cooking together. Don't worry like that, dummy. I am thankful you're doing this for me, though. You're a good friend. So are you. Nothing. Alright. Natsuki and I eat our miso in silence. For once, however, it's not an awkward silence. More just peaceful silence. It's like we don't need words to understand each other. I didn't have any breakfast, so after finishing my soup I finished my soup relatively quickly. Natsuki does as well. Clearly, I'm not the only hungry one. There's still more soup if you want. Yes, please. My voice has changed from being raspy to just being very low. Like, maybe an octave lower. Crazy what illness can do to you. Natsuki returns once more and with another bowl of soup for each of us. Once again, there's a comforting silence as we eat our soup. I can tell she's disappointed about us not being able to make bentos this week. Suddenly, I get an idea. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah? So I've been thinking, how about next weekend, we can make bentos at your house? You know, switch it up a bit. No! Her outburst caused me to raise an eyebrow. I know by now I should impress her, but, well, I've always been curious at her home life, and she's alluded to it before. Like when she mentioned money as a sensitive topic. Ah, the hell with it. Sometimes you just gotta throw caution to the wind. Why not? Natsuki? I said no! Sorry. It's... She rests her head on her hand and sighs. Listen, this doesn't leave this room, okay? Her voice suddenly becomes very monotone and serious. Okay, you have my word. Thank you. My dad. It's hard to explain. But it all started when I was 12. My mom and dad, they used to run a shop together downtown. I actually used to work in it with them. It was fun for a while. But then, my mom and dad had a huge fight. Mom was fed up with him, so she left. Went off to Europe or something, I don't know. Dad, he was never the same. Mom was such a huge part of him. She was his rock, and now she was gone. He never got over it. By now, Natsuki has begun tearing up. I'm tempted to wrap my arms around her, but I'm too shocked to move. Or, also the fact that, you're too sick to do anything right now, so... All I can do is listen. Natsuki suppresses her cries and continues talking. He's always stressed now, always trying to keep the store running. We almost never see each other. Money was always sort of a problem. but it got much worse after Mom left. Nowadays, there's almost nothing in my house to eat. I rarely eat. Natsuki, I don't want to stress out my dad by having a boy over. I'm not gonna do that to him. I Natsuki's lips quiver. Finally, the dam breaks and she begins crying. I safely have wrapped my arms around her. What? Hey, it's alright, it's alright. Let it all out, Natsuki, it's alright. I understand. After all, my own parents are separated too. I'm here for you. Natsuki, taking me at my word, wraps her arms around me and sobs into my shoulders. Did you forget that you were sick, dude? I swear, main protagonist syndrome is just way too stupid. I feel as if I should say something. But what do you say in a situation like this? What else is there besides I'm here for you? Nothing, that's what. I know that well enough from personal experience. Empty optimism does nothing to comfort you. So that's all I can say right now. As much as I wish that I could or do or say more. Eventually her group loosens and we let go of each other. Thank you. Of course, Natsuki. Anything for you. Once again, our gazes meet. My mind is moving a mile a minute. Those beautiful pink eyes. Natsuki, I... Wait. No, this is all wrong. What? Nothing. Just a stupid question. Alright. I'm gonna go get some more soup. I'll be right back. Before she can nod, I'm already headed to the kitchen. Jesus, that was too close. What were you thinking, Richie? Trying to confess to Natsuki while she's like this? You idiot. Would be the worst time. This is a strange situation, that's for sure. This felt like it just came out of nowhere. I knew she had problems at home, but this? It's impossible not not to feel overwhelmed. One thing is for sure, I'm definitely going to have to be cautious. Saying the wrong thing. Yeesh. I don't even want to imagine the consequences. Just don't act dumb. Hey, you didn't get any soup, did you? Huh? Oh, guess it must have slipped my mind. Your bowl is on the table. Quick glance at the table confirms the notion that I went to get soup out of a bowl. Oh, Suddenly Natsuki stands in a glance averted away from me. I'm gonna go. Wait, what? I, Natsuki's fiery gaze makes my mind go blank. Just as I gather my thoughts, Natsuki heads for the door. Wait, Natsuki, listen. She stops and turns back to me. We're good friends, right? Well, since we are, I just wanted to say, if you need anything, feel free to come to me, alright? Alright, I'm taking the rest of the soup. See ya. Before I can say a word, Natsuki rushes out of the living room. Bye. I stand there still awestruck. It's only once I hear the front door slam shut that I finally sit down. A thousand questions begin to race through my mind. A sudden resurgence of my headache temporarily takes me out of my trance. I try to stand up and get more medicine, but another surge of pain forces me back into the couch. With everything else drowned out by the pain, I'm left with one question. I know for a fact that I like Natsuki, but now, do I really want to deal with something like that? How do you even deal with something like that? Would it be selfish of me not to help her? Ugh, I need a nap. I lay down on the couch in less than a minute. I'm out cold. Wow. Okay. That was quite a bit of information. That was actually quite a lot. I'm not gonna lie. It's cold out. More than usual. It is close to Christmas, so that's to be expected. Speaking of which, the reason as to why I'm standing outside in the cold, since it's almost Christmas, the girls in the club decided to do a secret Santa thing where we all got presents for each other. It just so happens that I got Natsuki to buy presents for. Gee, I wonder how that all works out. Memories of Natsuki's teary revelation are still at the forefront of my mind, though, which makes the idea of Christmas shopping seem a bit trivial. Still, she hasn't spoken to me about it since, as weird as it feels, it's probably best to carry on with normality of our day-to-day lives. Either way, it sucks that I can't shop with her. I talked to Sayori and she assured me that she wasn't my Santa. So we're gonna go shopping together. I've been meaning to spend more time with her, so I'm excited. It's been maybe a week since Natsuki came over, so so I really haven't been focused on spending time with Sayori. The last time we really hung out was when we got lunch around a month ago, so it'll be a good opportunity to catch up. I texted her I was outside like 5 minutes ago, but she hasn't responded. My first thought was that she was still asleep, but I called her and still got no response. Well, anyway, I have nothing else to do but watch the cars whiz past. As the snow falls, I can't help but reminisce about when Sayori and I were younger. We used to always play in the snow, making snowmen, throwing snowballs, making forts. Ah, it was a simpler time. In a way, I wish I could go back to it, back before Sayori and I distanced ourselves, back before the club, back before everything got complicated. Then again, if I went back, I'd probably miss where I am right now. Yeah, things are complicated, but that's just part of growing up. I miss how things were, but I'm proud of how far I've come and how much I've grown. After all, it's fine to reminisce about the old days as long as you're willing to face what's forward head on. Thud! Ow! Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry! Lost my thoughts, I didn't notice how close I was to standing at the door. Which, which resulted in me getting smacked in the face when Sayori finally came outside. Are you okay? Uh, I rubbed my forehead. There's a bump starting to form. Yeah, I'm alright. I'm so sorry, Richie. No, no, it's not your fault. I was standing too close to the door. Anyway, it's nice to see you. It's nice to see you too, Richie. Are you ready to go? Ready as I'll ever be. Want to head downtown and see what's there? Sure. Alright, lead the way. Sarah and I embarked towards the inner city, walking side by side. So, who are you getting a present? Who are you getting a present for? Me? Monica. Oof, that could be a bit tricky. Not really. Monica likes to talk about her favorite band a lot, so I was thinking we could get her a disc. A disc? Yeah, you know, a disc. And the things you put in the gramophones? You mean like a vinyl? Yeah, that. That's actually not a bad idea. Sori smiles proudly. Though I'm still confused as to why you didn't know the name of vinyls, yet you know what a gramophone is. I don't know. Whatever. I'm sure we'll be able to find a record store somewhere around here. I hope so. Anyway, who are you getting presents for? Natsuki. Oh, that's lucky. Yeah, I know exactly what to get her. I looked around online and there's this nice cooking utensil set at a kitchen supplies store around here. They're made out of bamboo wood and handles made of rubber. It's actually really cool. Oh, that's a really good gift. You really know Natsuki, huh? Yeah, I guess. We clicked through manga and we just kept hanging out. She's the one who's got me into cooking, you know. Well, I'm happy for you. Siri stares at the ground, avoiding eye contact. What's up with that? Does she think Natsuki and I are dating or something? Well, she'd be wrong. Well, she'd be wrong. Natsuki and I haven't really spoken to each other since when I was sick. I do feel as if I should reassure her, though, because it seems like she thinks we're drifting apart again. Yeah, Natsuki's great, but you're still my best friend, Sayori. Sayori looks up at me. But we're still friends, even if I've been hanging out with Natsuki. Come on, do you ever think do you ever think she could replace you? Sayori stays silent, staring at me with a confused expression. I place a hand on her shoulder. Sayori, I've known you for so long. You've been my best friend for so long, and nothing will ever change that. I'm sorry for never mentioning it, but I'm really grateful that you were willing to reconnect with me after all this time. Really, I can't thank you enough. Really? Of course, silly. If we weren't friends, then why would we be shopping together? You're a good friend, Richie. So are you, Sayori. Oh, don't say that. I can't help but smile, seeing Sayori blush like that. After some more walking, we finally get to the inner city. Ah, it's nice to be back. So, where do you want to go first? I don't know. I don't know. Well, I was also gonna get Natsuki some candy, so a convenience store would be a good place to start. Then we can head for a kitchen supply store. Actually, the supply store will probably have candy near the registers, so we just go there and skip the convenience store. Sounds good. Where is it exactly? Uh, let me check. I pull out my phone and go to my notes. where I had written down the address of the place. Then I punched the address in my GPS. It's about 3 blocks from here, that way. I point straight ahead. Pocketing my phone, I sort towards the store. Sari follows next to me. We talk as we're walking along, but something causes Sari to stop at the end of her tracks. Richie! What is it? Look! She points to a store across the street. Oh hey, a record store! Good eye, Sayori. As soon as I step in, the smell of incense hits me like a brick. Alright. Well, I know it's kind of a weird place, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave this video here for now. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like, comment what you think, share this video with your friends, and be sure to subscribe, click the bell so you don't miss a single notification. I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye.
You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a